Welcome to another edition of My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so as soon as another video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning we're looking at a few incidents that took place in Clarendon, specifically the one with the fisherman was robbed $4 million by fake cops at his Clarendon home. Just want to read the story from the Jamaica Loop, and it says the police say they are currently investigating a case of robbery with aggravation that took place Thursday morning in the community of Rocky Point in Clarendon. Reports are that about 3 a.m., a 46-year-old business fisherman was held up at his home and robbed of 4 million Jamaican dollars, along with two cellular phones by three men purporting to be police. The men then reportedly escaped in a white Toyota Probox motor car. It is reported that during the altercation with the attackers, the complainant punched out the window of the vehicle, resulting in his injuries, for which he had to seek medical attention. The police said, adding that investigations are going on. Now, I just want to look at this, and the Jamaica Labour Party candidate, Pernell Charles Jr., in a radio interview, is claiming that the Jamaica Labour Party workers are being targeted by political motives, right? Now, this happened on Thursday, and a few days earlier, Jamaica Labour Party polling division captain for Pernell Charles Jr. was shot and killed outside his home. In that case, Pernell Charles Jr. was saying it was political. Now we have a few stories going around, which I'm going to bring to you in a short while. But there are a few stories going around. One, the wife of Paul Henry says his killing was not politically motivated. Pernell Charles Jr. was saying it's politically motivated. Anyway, the political ombudsman have started investigation into that case. Now, on yesterday, we saw a story on Nationwide News Network where the mother of Paul Henry was saying that she's not ruling out anything at this time about his murder. And a story was brought in the Jamaica Gleaner which stated that it wasn't political motive. She's, however, dismissing that story, saying that the Gleaner story was not accurate. And the police also, in their investigation, suggested that it was not a political motive. However, Paul Henry was a target of death threats because he had a beef with fisher folks in that area. Now, after all of this, here comes a situation where the fisherman in that same constituency, same area, was robbed of $4 million at 3 a.m. in Rocky Point, Clarendon. Now, first question is, $4 million in your house. One, you'd want to know who on earth would know you have $4 million in your house. That's one. And the next thing is that someone close to you have to know about this situation. Now, earlier, Paul Henry was killed. They said it's a dispute between Paul Henry and fisher folks. And then a same fisherman in that same area, same constituency of Pernell Charles Jr. was robbed of $4 million. So something definitely is not adding up here. And if you look at it, maybe you can tie the both stories into one, because shortly after Paul Henry was killed, the police came out and said that, listen, this is not about politics. This is a dispute between Paul Henry and fisher folks in that area. Now, his wife, if his wife is close to him and his wife comes out and ruled out the possibility of political involvement or political bullying or whatever political motive. She ruled that out. Clearly, she's close to Paul Henry. It's her husband. She would have had some form of information, some form of discussion with her husband, and her husband would have told her of anything that was going on between him and Fisher folks. His life was taken. Now, not even a day after, she ruled out the possibility of political bullyism or or anything political. She ruled that out. So, one for sure, she might be talking to the cops now. So, later on you might hear more on this. But for some strange reason, these two incidents seem to be intertwined, because shortly after, 46-year-old business fisherman, he was held up at his home and robbed $4 million. Now at 3 a.m. you'd figure more or less he would be inside. So how would can you say just by instinct someone feel like to go and rob this man and find $4 million? And then if he had $4 million in his house, would he just have the $4 million on the dresser or on the bed for someone to just break into his house and take it? So this situation have a lot of loose ends to be tied up. And based on how the police have been working these days, I have absolutely all the confidence that they will come, and later on we'll hear more about this. And then the mother is saying she's not ruling out anything at this point. But earlier I did a video, and you can always go back and check my channel, My Opinion TV, and you'll see where I said a lot of persons who have a particular beef with persons will use this time to do what they want to do, so that it could be distracted into the political atmosphere and say it's a political attack, it's a political motive. But as I say, you can continue to watch this channel because we'll be following this story closely. But as I said, the mother dismissed the Gleaner's report, and then the Gleaner came out this morning and saying they're sticking by their story, which they did an interview with the wife. So this story has a lot of loose ends. I know the cops will be working hard to tie this together. The political ombudsman has got involved. So at the end of the day, I think we'll hear more about this. But you can let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and let a friend tell a friend. Invite your family members to this channel, My Opinion TV. Like, share, subscribe, and help this channel grow. But that's it for another day, and thank you for joining us. And remember, take care of a loved one, look out for a neighbor.